So I was asked by a few apes to make a video. Let me take my seatbelt off here. About why I was tricked, me personally, by Lou. In other words, when I first entered AMC back in 2021, this was in June. I was watching Lou for a long time, and I'm going to admit the truth to you. Look, Lou has charisma, and Lou is a good talker, and he definitely has something about him that he's a good entertainer. Listen, there's a reason why he's got 72 million views, okay? But this is the thing. I don't make financial decisions for anybody. Like, when I make a financial decision, it's all on me. You understand? Like, I'm not going to sue Lou. Like, I don't blame Lou. I made the decision to invest in AMC at $53 a share at 3,500 shares. That was not Lou. That was my decision. But yeah, Lou was definitely very convincing. I don't know. I guess what it was, my wife has stage 4 breast cancer. And there was this one particular video that Lou put out. And it was being shared, by the way, they made this like AMC compilation video with all the top YouTubers, AMC YouTubers at the time. It was Lou, Trey, Mac Hawes, everybody. And there was this one thing Lou said. He's like, does your family have cancer? Do you have large medical bills? And it was just something about how he said it. It kind of struck a chord. He was like, this is the play for you, AMC. It could help you. It could help your family with cancer. It could help your family with large medical bills. I don't know. He seemed like a very sincere, good-hearted guy to me,
New text message from Dave Colley
I'm
Ape.
sorry, I gotta get text messages from apes. That's Dave. Out in California, the bodyguard for the celebrity, Strong Ape. Breaks my balls a lot, but he's still my friend. I know he doesn't mean any harm. He just enjoys breaking my balls. He feels I eat too much. He worries about me. I get it, But listen, I break his balls too. I say he smokes cigarettes. I'm like, is that healthy? Yeah. What I love about people is they like to judge you, but the bad habits that they do is okay. But the bad habits you do is wrong. But anyway, we're jumping off subjects. Getting back to J. Lou. Getting back to Mr. Clean. Uncle Fester, Tyrone, Jamal's boy toy, whatever you want to call him. I have many names for him. J. Lou. Yeah, I mean, as time went on, I started to see a lot of cracks in the mirror with Lou. A lot of things didn't add up. A lot of things, I started wondering, because when I started my AMC channel, I was, showing my portfolio all the time. And I just started wondering, that was the first thing really I would say that caught my attention, was how come he never showed, his AMC portfolio? It's weird, right? It's like all he talks about is AMC, AMC. Everyone's listening to him. He's got all these Wall Street connections. And there were things that just didn't add up. I constantly saw the guy making videos with this white, there was this white kind of building. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm sorry, forgive me. Guy texts me, forgot about it 100 times. So I just started seeing him in Central Park a lot, and the squirrels and the ducks, and never drove a car. I saw him on the subway all the time. And then I recalled that he said, oh, I got 2 Teslas. And I'm thinking to myself, he's got 2 Teslas. Why is he always on the subway? Then I heard him say that he had a penthouse. A penthouse in Manhattan. And it's like, I don't know, things started to it just got strange. It's didn't make sense. It didn't add up. I'm like, if the guy's got 2 Teslas, how come he's never in it? And then people would always come to his defense to be like, look, many people have cars in Manhattan and they don't drive, but they drive them at least one time. Okay, I mean, come on. Now, the guy never drives his Tesla. He's always on the subway. He's always on the train. So then, he says that he's got a penthouse in Manhattan. Where's the penthouse? Never see him in the penthouse. Just see him in Central Park. Just see him behind this white building. And there always seems to be police sirens in every single video he puts out. Oh, wow, wow. I'm like, what the F is that? You know what I mean? He's like, not for me. It's not for me. So then I started to do some more due diligence, and I came across this video that I didn't understand. Obviously it was Spanish or something, and I started talking to people, and they translated it, for me. Certain apes, did me a favor, and they said that Lou was committed fraud. And I was like, what? You know what I mean? Yeah, he sold 73,000 from senior citizens. And now I'm like, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, right? And then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then, then with the Clove thing, with Clove, when he was telling apes, in AMC, he's like, listen, he's like, this Clove's going to 500. So I started seeing a lot of apes selling AMC, getting out of AMC, and going into Clove. And then most of them lost all their money. And that was the first time that I decided I'm calling out Lou. And he actually responded back to me immediately. He threatened to sue me. he goes, that's it. I'm serving you paperwork. And, I got to tell you, at first I was a little intimidated by Lou because I didn't know if he was serious or not, So initially I made a retraction video, and I just said, because I said, in my first video, I said that he was telling apes to sell. Now, then I made a retraction video saying, look, Lou technically doesn't tell you to buy any stocks or sell any stocks, but he was, pushing Clove a lot. So, but as time went on, I started to realize that this guy's not suing. This guy's not going to sue a squirrel. He's all talk. The guy's a bullshit artist. And then I could go on and on. I don't want to make an hour video.
New text message from Dave Colley 8.
And then you tell me people don't text me a lot. Look how many times this guy, they're obsessed with the ape father. And it's not just Dave, it's so many other people. I give out my number like a Mama Luke, right? But anyway, like a stew nut. There's just so many things about Lou that it was so strange, Like when he went to the Dominican Republic, he said he had a Porsche, remember he showed the keys. But then the keys didn't match that particular Porsche model car. So then I called Lou out. I'm like, Lou, sit in the car, sit in a Porsche. He didn't do it. Drive the Porsche, around the block. He didn't do it. And it just more and more and more, I'm like, this guy's a con man, Never showed his AMC. Probably doesn't own any AMC. Never did, right? Then it just got worse and worse and worse. Then he said, I remember this one time, he goes, oh, yeah. I'm brokering a deal with JP Morgan. I'm sitting down with the board of directors. And I'm watching all the apes comment. They're like, Lou, you're the man that you're doing this for us. God bless you, Lou. And I'm thinking to myself, who really truly believes that Lou is sitting down with the board of directors of JP Morgan? Guy comes out with a business card like that anybody could get. Like you could just walk into a local Chase branch office and just be like, look, I want to open up an account. They're going to sit you down with one of their, financial advisors that open accounts. And that guy's probably going to hand you his business card. That's what Lou came out with as his evidence that he was brokering this gigantic deal with JP Morgan. All right, so I little by little, I'm like, this guy is really, really full of shit. Then he said, someone offered him, a corrupt bank, more money than he was going to make on the MOAS, and he turned it down. He had a witness to collaborate it, right? I'm thinking, like, who believes this? People believed it. So now it started getting to a point where I started getting very angry with Lou, as you could probably imagine. So I started making videos like that myself. I'm like, you know what? Someone came to my house, knocked on the door. They offered me a suitcase with $1 million. I was playing a parody of what Lou did. You know that people believed in me?
New text message from Dave Colley.
Do you see the obsession?
New text message
You're
from
my
Dave
obsession. Hey, Father, you're my obsession. I will just keep texting you until you reply, because you're my obsession. Anyway, probably by the time I finish this video, Dave will text me 5 more times. But anyway, I feel like nobody texts you, hey, Father. You're full of crap. Yeah. It's not just Dave. It's a lot of people. But anyway, getting back. It's just, that's what it is. I started to see that Lou was a fraud. Lou was a con man, in my opinion, okay? I'll say alleged, but it's not really alleged because he went to jail for fraud. Then people ask me, well, how did this whole Tyrone Jamal thing start? Lou, on his court documentation, first of all, he actually told the judge he couldn't afford the interest payments on the $73,000 restitution. In other words, he stole the $73,000 from the senior citizens, but he told the judge he had no money. This is what he told the judge. He has no assets, nothing, and can't afford interest.
New text
You
message from
see?
Dave Colley 8.
Isn't it insane how many people text me like crazy? It's insane. But anyway, so he couldn't afford the interest on the $73,000 restitution. So I'm thinking to myself, but I thought this guy said he had a penthouse. I thought this guy's a millionaire. It just doesn't add up, right? How are you a millionaire? How do you have a penthouse, but you can't afford interest on $73,000? Something's just rotten in Denmark with this guy, you know. And then he starts saying that he has all these secret connections, right? He's like, oh, he goes, they give me the information, then I relay this information to you. But the thing is, everything that he ever said was wrong. Every time, remember? He goes, AMC's going to have a managed event. AMC. So I'm like, at first I was trying to believe him. You remember? He said, we're going to go down. At the time, we were like in the 50s or something. He said, we're going to go down to the 30s. But then immediately, we're going to go right up to 100. Then it's going to go to 300 to 500. And it's going to be a managed event. That never happened. Then he said Elon Musk is going to sell, remember, all in his Tesla shares because of the tax purpose. You know, he had high taxes. He had to sell, he was forced, Elon Musk, to sell Tesla shares. He goes, that's going to cause the MOAS, okay? Because there's going to be major fear in the market. And, you know, Citadel, obviously, they're very big holders of Tesla, and their long positions are going to suffer, and they're going to lose money, and they're going to have to cover AMC. That never happened. Then he said Evergrande. That's going to, you know, all of those major problems with their defaults on their loans, that's going to cause the MOAS. Didn't happen. Then he said the tensions between Russia and Ukraine, that's going to cause the MOAS. The higher interest rates, Powell, you know, with the Fed and, you know, and inflation and this, that's going to cause the MOAS. Never happened. Then he started giving specific dates. March 3rd, we will have the MOAS. Didn't happen. Then he said, when the SEC transparency rule goes into effect, we'll have the MOAS. Didn't happen. So it just got to the point where I started to realize, you know, over, you know, about a year and a half, that Lou was full of shit. Okay. So then it all ultimately led to now Lou saying he's out of AMC. He's blaming Adam Aaron. You know, he's saying that Ape, destroyed AMC, that Adam Aaron with the dilution is going to keep diluting and diluting and diluting. Now, look, I will say this. I'm not a fan of Adam Aaron, but I don't want to get into Adam Aaron in this video. I want to focus on Lou. But anyway, so Lou now claims he sold his AMC and his Ape, and I guess he's all in, I think, on GTII. And so let's talk about that, right? Okay. He claims he bought GTII at something like 40 cents, 60 cents, I don't know. And as we know, it went up to, I think, as high as over $7 or something. Well, like, really, and now I know it's lower. Okay. If anything was true with this guy, the guy would be really, really well off. Tommy Touch, he has a YouTube channel. He's a YouTuber. His name is Tommy Touch. Showed Lou holding his phone where I guess it was supposedly his portfolio had under 50,000 in it. Had like 46,000. Now, I'm just trying to make sense out of all of this, and maybe you could help me. If he made all this money on GTII, wouldn't he have more than 46,000? Like, look, $46,000 is not a lot of money. Let's be honest with each other. It's not a lot of money. My minivan, I'm not trying to be a jerk off. I know you guys get mad at me. I'm not. My minivan's probably worth $20,000. $46,000 is not a lot of money. Is not. I'm not gonna talk about like if you talk about like my house, right? I have about 300,000 in equity. I don't think. Can I just be clear? Look, I'm not showing off. I'm an average American. I am not a millionaire. I just live with it within my means. By no way, shape, or form do I consider myself a success yet in my life. No way. But like 46,000, not a lot of money. I got over 250,000 in gold. I got 100,000 in another account. I always have cash on me at all times. At all times, like just in my pocket, I probably have like $4,000. I'm not trying. Listen, I'm not trying to be a jerk off. And I just took my son out, for his birthday. I mean, at all times, I have like probably $3,000 to $4,000 on me. So $46,000 is not a lot of money. Now, you want to know what I feel? I don't even think that Lou has that much money. Can't even fit all this money in my damn wallet. It's like, hold on. Anyway, it's like I have that wallet like out of Seinfeld, you know. Anyway, I don't even think Lou has all that money. I think Lou probably has to his name $5 grand, maybe 5 to 10, because I have some contacts in YouTube, some big players. I know some big players. Very good friends with top YouTubers. You don't realize this. They call me, we talk. I'm not going to give out names because they didn't give permission, but one of them has some sort of a contact that actually could determine how much certain YouTubers earn. And I was under the impression that Lou made like something like 400,000 or 500,000. It was determined that Lou only earned $188,000. Now the reason for this, let me educate you, is because a lot of his videos has curses, racism. Okay, in my opinion, racism. You know, he said he wanted to hurt an animal once. He said he wanted to kick a squirrel or break a squirrel's head or kick a duck or something. I don't know. Okay, very, very, very horrible videos that are not appropriate for YouTube's advertisers. So what you don't understand is that YouTube has certain classifications. When they classify your video as limited, it means that they're either going to pay you nothing, okay, or very, very little revenue because they feel that your video is not appropriate for their advertisers. So this is what you don't understand. Even though Lou has 72 million views, right, or more, how much did he get paid on? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this? Maybe millions and millions of views, tens of millions of views. He either got paid very little or nothing at all. And I'm sure you and Lou would agree with this because he's always cursing, racism, threatens animals. You go F your mother. You go F your mother. YouTube is going to classify that as, limited. I can pretty much guarantee. I said things that weren't even that bad. Like I said video like balls. Like just because of the things I'm saying, this video will be classified as limited 100% by YouTube. Like I'd say something like balls, and that's it. YouTube classifies it as limited. So if I'm saying balls and Lou's saying go F your mother, yeah, you could pretty much assume that a large percentage of Lou's videos were classified as limited by YouTube, which means he made either little money or no money at all. So it was determined Lou made about $188,000 on YouTube. Now understand, this is the only money this guy has to his name. Lou does not own cars. Lou does not own a house. Lou doesn't have a family. Lou has no assets. Lou has nothing. All he has to his name is $188,000. Now let's break it down. Can we break it all down? Okay. He had to pay back the $73,000 in restitution. So right off the bat, after he pays that, what has he got? Like a little over 100,000, right? Now he's got to pay Uncle Sam. That's a lot of money. Okay. Now he's got living expenses. Now I'm assuming that he lives with his mother in a rent controlled, meaning the government pays 100% for them to live. You know, like that's it. I'm assuming, I have to say all of this is alleged. I have to say, because I have no evidence to back it up. It's alleged that he's living in a rent controlled apartment. It's alleged that he's on food stamps. It's alleged that he has free health care, meaning Medicaid. This is all alleged. But even so, the guy's got to eat. The guy's got to help his mom with some kind of bills, right? Something. The guy's got to provide his mother with some kind of money, no? Or unless he's a complete, really low-life degenerate, which he might be. Okay, so after considering living expenses, traveling expenses, Uncle Sam, how much is this dude left with? I don't think it's $46,000. I don't. Now, you want to know what? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, can we? Let's say he does have $46,000. It's nothing. It's balls. Okay, this guy goes around saying he's a multimillionaire. He's convincing everybody that he's a millionaire. I got penthouses. I got luxury cars. I got this. I got my book. I'm making millions with everything. Listen, Lou is a fraudster, a trickster. I never got served any paperwork. Tina was a public, this is again alleged, but I'm assuming that Tina is a public defender that was just provided to Lou for free, pro bono, because, Lou pretty much told the judge he couldn't afford the interest on the $73,000. So look, what is the deal with this guy, Lou? He's just a regular dude who just found hot topics AMC. Now he's on to, GTII was not discovered by Lou. He got it from someone else. My assumption, he saw what Teddy Zane was doing with the IPOs and how Teddy Zane was making a lot of money. People were first paying him $5. Now the Discord, apparently, which is the real great information, the real plays, is $10 now a month. You got to pay. Okay, so Teddy upped it from 5 to $10 a month. So I think Lou got jealous, and so he saw all the attention that Teddy Zane was getting, and that's it. He jumped ship. He jumped the ship. I'm never going to jump the ship. I will always be with my AMC brothers and sisters. But anyway, that's my video. So that's my video from my beginning experiences of watching Lou all the way to the midpoint and to present day of how I discovered that Mr. Clean, Uncle Fester, is a con man. Okay, this video is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. I am not an attorney. It's not legal advice. I'm an entertainer, and this video is for entertainment purposes only.